aside, clear the path. Captain Kern's on the scene, spitting truth and knowledge, making the world clean. Shit vibes, no nonsense in my flow. Breaking barriers, watch as I steal the show. From humble roots, straight from the farm, I rise and I team out with a hunger for the skies. Future's my playground, forging friendships anew, creating content, painting stories for you. Captain Kern in the house, hear the beat drop. Old school roots with a fresh top. With my crew by my side, we're a force to be reckoned. Rising to the top, never second guessing. Never second guessing. At 47, still rocking, never losing steam. From news to gaming, it's all in the scheme. Captain Kern, you go to for the view. Captain Kern, you go to for the view. We're fastly from the journey we pursue. So make way, world, here comes Captain Kern with common sense and facts. It's time to discern. Breaking molds, paving the way. Day by day, it's Captain Kern's world in every way. Captain Kern, man of the hour, give him more wisdom and wit, empower it to the core. Stage the stream, he's a sight to be seen. Captain Kern, living his dream, reign supreme. From the heartland to the concrete jungle I roam. With a fire in my soul, I found my home. Through trials and triumphs, I've earned my stripes. Every setback fuels my drive, ignites my light. With each word that's read, a story unfolds of resilience and courage, of dreams untold. I stand tall, beacon of hope and pride. In this journey called life, I refuse to hide. A testament to the Yo! Step aside, clear the path. Captain Kern's on the scene, spitting truth and knowledge, making the world clean. Shit vibes, no nonsense in my flow. Breaking barriers, watch as I steal the show. From humble roots, straight from the farm, I rise and I team out with a hunger for the skies. Future's my playground, forging friendships anew, creating content, painting stories for you. Captain Kern in the house, hear the beat drop. Old school roots with a fresh top. With my crew by my side, we're a force to be reckoned. Rising to the top, never second guessing. Never second guessing. to the concrete jungle I roam. With a fire in my soul, I found my home. Through trials and triumphs, I've earned my stripes. Every setback fuels my drive, ignites my light. With each word that's read, a story unfolds of resilience and courage, of dreams untold. I stand tall, be careful, and pride in this journey for life. I refuse to hide. A testament to the struggles, the battles won. He may be 47, but his spirit's ageless. With every beat of the drum, his passion rages. So let the world know, Captain Kern's on the rise. With a message of truth, reaching for the skies. Through highs and lows, he will keep pushing through for the love of the King, for the love of you.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my. Oh. I keep saying I'm going to get, doing streams like daily, and one thing comes up after another. And then now we're at Sunday, and I've only done one stream this week. And God, it's such an annoying pain in the ass. It really is. So, just so everybody knows, we are streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and on X. And yeah, and we're restreaming chat into the Discord as well. So I hope everybody's having a great morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. The captain's here. Here, we'll throw the camera on here. You guys can see what kind of fucking mess I am today. There we are. Ooh, the captain's got sunglasses. Yep, can't see shit. So bright lights hurt my eyes. Look at the key lights. I got the key lights going perfect this morning. That's nice. Good morning, Zammy Zam. How you doing? How you doing? It's good to see you. It's been a while, my friend. How's the WWE streams going? Dude, all the nonsense coming out of the news for the WWE, holy crap. That is beyond anything I could ever have thought of. And let me know if the mic levels are okay and everything, because I kept screwing around with my machine, and I switched from StreamYard over to Restream, and because I can add second cameras with Restream for free. I can't do that on StreamYard. They charge you double the amount every month, which is bullshit. So, anyway, we're just going to sit here and chill and have some fun today. Starting off this morning, and, it's just chill, That's what I'm saying. It's just the chill. I have no plans whatsoever. And if you'd like an invite, just throw me a message in the Discord, and I'll shoot you an invite link, and you can join me on stream, and we can just BS. Oh, Lord. I think Sammy left. Sammy's you there? Hello? Booyah. So there's a lot of stuff that went over this week. God dang, some of the what the hell stuff, and a lot of stuff throughout some of the other streams I follow and I've been a part of. And one of these days, maybe I'll get to have some fun and join some of these streams. But in the meantime, I just need to build my own channel up and think about me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, jelly beans? But being part of a community is the biggest part of streaming, if anybody doesn't know already. So you need to be genuinely a part of a community, not like trying to grift off of them or anything like that. And I'm doing my damnedest to just be a friend and have some laughs while I'm doing it, because you guys know me, I like making memes. Speaking of making things, let me get over to my channel here, and we're going to share this. Here we go. No, share screen. There we go. And it'll be this one right here. All right. Hey, wait, what? There we go. Hey, that's not the. I didn't want that one. I didn't want. Oh, that's a kind of a neat little layout. I didn't know that one existed. Well, okay. Cinema shift. Okay, that's kind of cool. Stand by. So, if you guys haven't noticed, I do have a new playlist going. It's called My Music. Yeah, we're gonna just start off. We're gonna play some of my music that I've created.
Like a shadow, she hides in the trees. Her obsession with turtles, it's quite a disease. She dwells by the creek where the otters roam free, but her heart's set on someone she longs just to see. A famous.
I will preface this by saying every one of these songs is done by AI, but I've written 99% of the lyrics. What if I get a copy strike on my own channel for my own material? That'd be hilarious.
She knows every move that he makes, every word that he speaks. Her mind filled with images. Her obsession peeks through the reeds and the rushes. She quietly creeps in the silence of night. Her secret she keeps, but the neighbor he senses a presence unknown, a feeling of unease when he's all alone. He knows not of her longing, her desire so deep. In the shadow she watches where the secrets keep. Stalker lady lurking in the night. Her love for turtles, it's her guiding light. On a creek where the waters flow, she's lost in her fantasies, can't let him go.
You know, it was one of the fun parts that I have found about AI is you can literally do anything. If you follow me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, you've also noticed that I've started a series of coloring book pages.
Down and on the creek where the cypress lie, there lived a couple living John. Oh my, they had a plan, a scam so grand, to get their hands on that hell's money. Ain't that grand? Lynette's got charms with a turtle in her bag. Oh my. John's got stories spinning all his lies. They hit the town with their pockets full of schemes. They wanna get that money by any means. Oh my. Hale's got a plan with the law in his hand. Lynette and John gonna be locked up and lose their land. Hales will win in the fight as Hales has family might. Scamming in Otter Creek, thinking they're on a roll. Lynette and John chasing that pot of gold. They'll swindle and hustle. Ain't nothing funny when it comes to Hales money. They want all the money. Scamming in Otter Creek, thinking they're on a roll. Lynette and John chasing that pot of gold. They'll swindle and hustle. Ain't nothing funny when it comes to Hales money. They want all the money. Yeah!
And if anybody's interested, I will show you where I do these, and we'll put songs together live on stream. There is a free option to this as well as a paid option.
Lawyer you've ever seen. He's a lawyer, he's got a tramp stamp tattoo. He works the courtroom with the shades of blue. Don't mess with him, he'll fight with a list for you. He's a beta, and he's afraid to fight. Fight through what's right. He's not tough and not pretty, and never bore you. He's a beta, and he's afraid to fight. Fight, fight, can't do us right. He's not tough and not pretty, and never bold. He's breaking boundaries, and he's always, always so. He walks with swagger in his ripped jeans. He's the baddest lawyer you've ever seen. See. He's a tramp stamp lawyer, thinking he's fighting for justice. He's a flaming attorney, he'll never quit. With the tattoos and his list, he breaks the mold. He's the tramp stamp lawyer, the story is told. He's the tramp stamp lawyer, his story's told.
Mic check.
He's a tramp stamp lawyer, the story is told. As the moon and the sun align, in the heavens a cosmic design. Darkness falls upon the land, the world's held in a mystic hand. Lift your eyes up to the sky, a spectacle.
Now, this is one of the songs that I did for the eclipse, and it was hilarious. Everybody was talking about death and destruction. They did just have some fun with it.
A sight to behold. In this moment the story unfolds. The end of the world as the darkness takes hold.
For those of you just joining, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
As the moon and the sun align, in the heavens a cosmic design. Darkness falls upon the land, the world's held in a mystic hand. Lift your eyes up to the sky, a spectacle that mystifies. Shadows dance as light slips away, an omen of the final day. Oh, the celestial eclipse, a sight to behold. In this moment the story unfolds. The end of the world as the darkness takes hold. We stand in awe of fate yet untold. Sitting here, lights are bright, ready for the show. Shizzy is ready to talk the news. Don't
This
you
one was
know,
hilarious.
pops the video
My-
goes on mute.
One of the new streamers I follow, Shizzy. He's a really good guy, but I just had to tease him about going on mute all the time and forgetting to come back.
Check 1, 2, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Shizzy forgot to unmute. Oh, what a shame he's thinking about. Mic check 1, 2, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? cue the button blues, speaking to an empty crowd. He's grooving to the beat ain't reaching our ears. He's pouring his heart out, but falling on deaf ears. He's ranting on his stage, but it feels so out of sync. Without a response, he's just a ship lost at sea without a link.
Oh God! You know what? I have so much fun playing with this AI stuff recently, and one of the things I've done recently is I actually created an actual song, and it was. I mean, I've created a couple of instrumentals, but you know, this next one here could literally be played anywhere as a popular song, which just amazed me that my brain was actually able to produce something like this.
In the club all night, yeah. Yo, welcome to the club where the beats are loud. Bass bombing so hard, make a crowd get wild. From the neon lights to the floor that's hot, we keep it rocking non-stop,
Forgive
never
the
gonna stop.
poor video. I
Ladies in the
just used a bunch
corner,
of stock
sipping on
videos.
champagne. Fellas on the dance floor, moving like a hurricane. DJ on the deck, sixing up the vibe. The whole place jumping, feeling so alive. In the club, we don't care about the stress. Just wanna feel the music, let it take control of us. Hands up high, lights flashing bright. We're living for tonight, in the club all night. In the club all night. Oh, got the VIP, where the ballers reside. Pop another bottle, let the champagne fly. Got the swagger and the style like we own the place. Living life large.
And no matter what platform you're on, do me a favor, hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you haven't, or follow button, whatever's available there. I do appreciate it. It helps the algorithm on any platform. Trying to build this channel up. Let's see where we can go with it. These channels, I should say, plural. We are on X, Twitch, and the YouTube.
Hands up high, lights flashing bright. We're living for tonight, in the club all night. In the club all night. Oh, from dusk to dawn, we keep the party alive. With every beat drop, we feel so alive. Let the music guide us.
All right, I think you guys got the gist of that. I think you got the gist of that. We don't need to play the whole thing. So, I mean, whatever you guys want to do today, I am down for. I am just, I'm actually in a really, really good mood today. I didn't get shit for sleep. I slept about 4 hours. Woke up at 2 this morning, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just get the day started. So I put a few finishing touches on a few things, projects that I was working on. Oh, Lord, excuse me. Wow. And decided to go from there. Ooh, oh. There's something we got to play, guys. We got to play this. La, 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 la. No, we don't. We don't need to play this right now. We'll play it later. Stop sharing. Stop sharing. Here we go. Put the camera back on. Yo, look at that. The key lights are on point this morning. You guys don't know, I have really bad cataracts, and bright lights hurt my eyes, and my normal yellow lenses today aren't cutting it. So I'm having to go full bore. The dark ones. These aren't the super darks either. If they were the super darks, I wouldn't be able to see a damn thing in this house. But right over there on the printer, we are making a few things. And I've actually made a couple of really cool things recently. And these are going to be going up on the Etsy store here soon, which I don't even have listed yet. So this is a soda can mug holder. Isn't that cool? We're going to be listing these in 5 different colors. And I got to show you guys the stuff I made for Jeremy. I still have to paint one. And I meant to send these out like a month ago before his birthday, and I haven't had a chance to finish one, so it just didn't happen. So I made him a little mole with a camera. The light sucks right now. There we go. See, a little mole with a camera. And I painted this little guy. And then since I know he's a huge, huge Ghostbusters fan, I made him Slimer. Yeah. I got to paint Slimer. Probably going to do that here tomorrow. And then we'll see what we can do to get those in the mail and get those down to Otter Creek. He will probably be in Ohio by the time I get to send them, by the time they arrive, but that's all right. I know that they'll get to him one way or the other. You know, one of the things you guys don't know about me, hold on. So here's one of the things that I'm going to tell you guys about me that is pretty interesting. I am not a fanboy of anybody. However, there are people that I genuinely like. And I'm one of those original type of people that I like to do nice things, you know, little gifts and stuff. I don't try to grift off of anybody. I mean, if that was the case, my God, I would be throwing names around that I have known for decades that I'm good friends with. And I don't ever throw those names around, you know, because I don't believe in that. That's not the way I was raised. You know, you make your own way in this world and you try to be as genuine as possible. And that's one of the reasons I stopped streaming on Twitch initially. One of them. There was a number of them. But one of the things that I have found out over the years is, you know, I've seen people come and go. And I kind of see it with what's going on in some of the chats with myself is people think that I'm being disingenuine and I'm just trying to um, either be the class clown, take all the attention, or you know, trying to grift off of somebody, or I don't know what the deal is. And the fact of the matter is it's not anything like that. I'm just I genuinely like the people that I'm hanging around with, and my true spirit's starting to come out. I mean, you know, if you have been around me, you've heard the story of what's happened a couple years ago, and I'm finally starting to break out of that shell and starting to get my smile back. So, and that's important to me. Is you know, I have fought so hard to get out of the self-imposed bubble, the shell that I've been in, just so I can have a little bit of happiness. You know, my whole family got destroyed 2 years ago. And I'm just looking for a way to smile and have some fun because life is too short. I mean, even with the extraordinarily large tragedy that my family faced, I'm having back problems today. Sorry, guys. But we all want one thing in life, and that's just to smile and have some fun, you know? And that's the funny part is everybody goes like, the American dream is all about making money. No, it's the pursuit of happiness. That is basically it. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You have to be alive to be happy. You have to be free to be happy. And then you can strive towards being more happy. Because living a miserable life is not fun. And the last 2 years have sucked so badly that I'm just like, you know what? I gotta do. I've gotta break out. You know, do you guys feel like that? I mean, it's so bad sometimes. You know, and it's you know, for me, it was never depression. It was I put myself in a self-imposed prison, basically. You know, in my mind because it was mostly anger. You know, I lost a child. Damn it, I lost my only daughter. And I let that define me for 2 years. And I can't do that anymore. I have to live. I've got three other kids. I've got a grown 27-year-old, I've got an 18-year-old, and a 16-year-old. I have a wonderful wife that depends on me. I have to be alive. I have to live again. And I don't know if you guys have felt like that before, in one manner or another. Good morning, Squid. How are you? So I just like it's I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things. You just gotta live. And like I was saying, I've seen it in some of the chats with some of the communities that I belong to. Is there's some people that are kind of like, oh, what the hell is this guy about? Oh my gosh. And the bottom line is I'm just trying to be as genuine as me as possible. Migraine from hell. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you know what you need? Hold on, hold on. I'll be right back. I want to show you these things. I love them. Hold on. Okay. You're going to love this because this works wonders. I'm going to put this thing on. Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. All right. Ready for it? Yeah. It's called a cold pack for your head. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. This is the bomb. This will get rid of a migraine fairly quickly. They last for about 10, 15, 20 minutes. Depends on how cold you get it. Yeah, they're like $10 up on Amazon. You know, and you can actually pull it all the way down over your eyes. So if you need blackout, you know, these things are cool. My wife got them for me, and I have been so happy ever since I got them because it's cut down on the amount of Excedrin that I've had to take, and I hate taking Excedrin. So, hey, I wonder if anybody ever told Shizzy that M is for mute on the keyboard. He doesn't have to always have to touch the microphone. Brain surgery, that's oh god, I'm so scared of that right now. Um, we're hoping that my migraines are being caused by my cataracts in my eyes, thus the sunglasses. If not, then I'm gonna have to have a brain scan, and I'm afraid of what they're gonna find because years ago there was the thought that behind this eye that they might have seen something, but it's never been followed up on, which is also the reason I'm going to a new hospital because they never follow up on anything at my hospital. Oh, yeah, coffee. But nope, just going to do some streaming this morning and have some fun and talk to people and discuss different topics and all that good stuff. I literally have zero plan. I'm doing everything off the cusp of my ass. My big, big ass. It's not that big, but feels like it sometimes. Da, 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 da. Oh, what I should actually bring that up here. The hard part about this is sometimes I can't see anything. No, that's Copilot. I need Chat GPT. Deep game. Okay, so let's share this. All right. Bing and ping. Hey, where'd it go? Hello. There we are. Why did it do that? No, don't do that. Okay, I suppose that'll work. Not really. That kind of sucks. There we go. And now we can maximize this. Paching. And we'll just pull the chat overlay off. All right. So if you guys haven't heard of this, there's a AI engine that is slick because it's called Deep Game, and you can create your own game. So one of the things I want to do in the near future is when we get a whole bunch of people in chat, I actually want to play some AI games. And these are like make your own destiny type things. It's pretty slick. So, but if anybody's wondering how I've been doing the AI cartoons, the coloring books, I should say. Let's go over here. This is a GPT for Chat GPT called Coloring Book Hero. And we can literally put in anything in here. So let's see. Anybody got any ideas? Let's create a coloring book page. My brain does not function this morning. So if we're going to think of something, I'm going to need help. I mean, I already need help. Mental, physical, you name it. Hey, Squid, am I thinking right that you're a physical therapist? Is that what you do? I don't remember. I got really bad habits. Well, literally the only one. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I might tease about drinking, but I don't. Occupational therapy. Okay. All right. Like sports therapy and stuff like that, or carpal tunnel and all that good stuff. Okay. All right. Gotcha. What you were before COVID. We were all a lot of things before COVID. I lost an entire Main Street business because of COVID. So I feel for you. It was absolutely horrible. I actually had zero. So here's a quick story for you. So, um, 2016, the business that I worked for, the ISP that I worked for as the IT administrator, sold. The previous owner had passed away, and his wife's, he was a good friend of mine, and his wife sold the business. I didn't go with the business. And so in 2016, I started my own business. I acquired actual brick and mortar premises downtown where I live here. And I started fixing cell phones and computers and doing IT consulting. And I was doing really, really well. The business was going well, the whole jazz. And then 2020 hit. And just as soon as China shut down, I couldn't buy parts. And I was out of business before you could say, fucked. I don't have the the Fauci ouchie. Neither do I. I refuse to get the jab. I think Senor Fauci should be arrested, prosecuted, and hung by the gallows. I honestly do. I honestly do. I don't know. I mean, the This last 4 years has probably been the worst time of my entire life. I have gotten so sick of every year we come up with something new. And they tried to get us again this year with the whole COVID shit, and nobody believed the government whatsoever. And of course, YouTube will probably flag it and go, "You got to call it something else." All right. Pui. See you. See you in a bit. But anyway, what was I going to say? I don't have enough coffee in me, and I keep going off track. I think I'm worse than the expert when I'm first thing in the morning because my brain is just so scattered. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's create a coloring book page, guys. And this is going to hurt my eyes. Something awful. Oh, because I can't see the text very well because it's so small. Let's create a page for a man with glasses and stubble beard called Shizzy. Let's do a Shizzy thing. In a stream room with coffee and beer. See if it'll do it. And then if we like it, we can adjust it. If not, God dang, I can't talk today. Christ. I have such an absolute time right now just communicating. Oh, that is actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Let's give him less hair, though. We don't want to remind him too much of his youth. Not exactly what I was looking for. So we're going to use this one. We'll download that one and post it to Shizzy. Anybody else got any ideas? For the $20 a month that this is costing me, this AI stuff is very well worth it because I don't I haven't had time to watch any other shows other than YouTube stuff. And I'm thinking I can convince my wife to let me get rid of like 90% of our show subscriptions because we only watch like 2 of them. So I can save all sorts of money and buy more AI stuff. Excuse me for the cough, guys. I didn't mean that. God bless the pygmies in New Guinea. Let's see here. There was something I actually wanted to take a look at this morning. So let's talk about this for a second. I know there's a lot of disagreement on the whole cops versus the public, right? And I'm one of those individuals, Chad, that I support law enforcement. However, I put a caveat on that. I only support good law enforcement. And anymore, especially in a lot of states, especially Colorado here, there is more and more news stories of complete abuse of power, corruption that are coming out in every department. And it worries me because I live in a small town where we know that there's been some stuff thrown under the rug, but there are good people working for the department. And I mean, when I say stuff thrown under the rug, I mean like from years and years and years ago. Um, we don't generally have incidences, and we live. I guess I live in an insular area because we don't have a lot of instances of police brutality or anything of that sort. But I understand the whole First Amendment audit thing. Is, the good auditors, mind you, the good auditors, they go out there every day and they try to catch corruption. Yo, Wolf, what's going on? Good morning. How are you doing? But the good First Amendment auditors, they will go out and they will try to capture corruption in basically its natural state, right? They don't want to create conflict. And then you have those auditors that will intentionally go out there and just beat on these cops until they get pissed. I don't support those kind of auditors at all. I mean, catching an officer being bad in the line of duty naturally is completely different than baiting him. Coffee is definitely good this morning. I've gone through half a pot already, and I've been up since 2 a.m. Yeah, and my brain is still shot. I'm struggling to make out proper thoughts. My eyes hurt so bad this morning. Oh lordy! But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the whole First Amendment audit thing. I have followed channels like Lackluster and Long Island Audit and uh, other stuff like that for the longest times, and I'm coming to find out this is not just a small percentage of officers anymore. This is getting to be in the teens of percentages, not 1 or 2%. We're talking 15, 20, 25%. And it's actually becoming pretty scary. And just to preface this, both my parents were officers. My mom was a sheriff's officer. My stepdad was a police officer. So I've got, the law enforcement thing in my blood, and I understand how things should be done and how they should not be done. And I just got to wonder where in the world have we come through in this country where it is okay to beat down a 70-year-old woman for not listening to orders because she can't fucking hear you. When did that become okay? Regardless of whether, I'm thinking there's been a numerous incidents of similar like that, but I'm just thinking hypothetically right now where the department will investigate the incident and said they responded properly. And then they get sued and the jury says, no, you didn't. There's such a disconnect. We have got to find some way to bring peace officers back into the whole, I guess, realm of what they're supposed to do. I don't know. I really have no idea on how to handle any of this crap anymore. I mean, the other day I got caught out. Not caught out, called out. Jesus, man. I can't talk today. The other day, I got called out. I was told I was transphobic, I was racist, and I'm like, wait, hold on, wait a minute, because I'm one white and I have a Viking cut, I'm racist. All right, works for you, not for me. Um, I don't. Let's put it this way: I have friends that are gay, lesbian, and trans, and I don't care that they are those things. Okay, I just don't care. The one thing all of my friends know is I don't care enough about that aspect of their personality to make it a an issue. I just don't, because that should be the smallest part of your personality, not your defining points. That's just my opinion. If you base your entire personality around a pronoun, you need to get some fucking mental help and not for what you think it's for. Our world has come completely ass backwards, and now we are bleeding over from the US into every other country. This stuff was never an issue anywhere in the United States, in the world, until this country started making it an issue. And now I saw news out of London the other day that they're having riots over trans rights. And I'm like, wait, what? They stopped giving a shit about this crap a decade ago. They don't care. Neither do I. You're human. Act like a human. Be a human. That's been my okay. So I tease people that I know that are gay about this. You know, some of my buddies that are gay is, and it's just teasing, mind you. And I've asked this question a number of times: is how come every time a man comes out gay, he goes, "Oh my gosh, I got a lisp," and just the day before he's like, "Hi, my name's Bob." Talk about being a stereotype. There's no need to be a stereotype. If you're gay, you're gay. If you're lesbian, you're lesbian. If you're trans, I don't care. I'm going to call you what you look like, though. One of my best friends is in her own words, is a dyke lesbian. She looks like a dude. I know she's a chick, but she's been called sir so many times, it don't bother her. She's been called ma'am too. It don't bother her. She's also 50 years old. I I have yet to understand where this insanity in this world that we live in today has come from. Well, exactly, and that's actually one of my friends who fought for equality rights for gays and lesbians back in the day. Um, we had that conversation a couple of years back. We just want to be accepted. Oh yeah, I can do this thing. I keep forgetting I can do this thing. I can also do this and just be lazy about it. But so I have we had this conversation that back in the day, it was just all about getting equal rights for people. They just want to be the same as everybody else. And at that point, in the 80s and 90s, there was a lot of anti gay, anti lesbian rhetoric. Okay. I'm not going to say anything against it because there was. I mean, there were kids getting beat up in school, there was kids getting killed over it, which was sad. I mean, human life is worth far more than that. I don't care what religion you're from, you don't deserve to kill somebody because of that. Hold on. But I sit back and I go, well, so what is the root cause of what's going on today? Because back in the day, it was simply about being accepted. Okay, acceptance happened. There are very few places in the country, in the United States, I will preface this, that won't accept that. I mean, I live in a town of 3,500 people. This is an old redneck town, and we have multiple gay and lesbian couples here, and nobody cares. Not a damn person in this county cares. Nobody cares. You know, we even have one of our famous gay couples is an interracial couple. Two dudes, one gentleman's black, one's white. Well, not really white. He's half Mexican, half white. And nobody cares. Not a single person cares. So why is all this shit being stirred up? Why does this continue to be stirred up? It's just like the race baiting shit. I have friends of every color, every everything under the moon. Well, yeah, I mean, it's either nobody cares or they won't say anything because they know they'll sound like a fucking fool if they do. I mean, everybody is entitled to their own opinions. They're not entitled to spew the hate of it though. There's no such thing as hate speech, but there is hate crime. You know, Fun fact, there's no federal statute against hate speech. It's only hate crimes. But as far as I know anyway, I'm not an attorney, so I wouldn't want to be one. Hell, up until the last 2 months, I didn't like any attorneys. Now I like a couple of them. Oldest rule in the book: divide and conquer, and that's that's exactly the problem that we face. Is they have divided us to the point where I don't know if there's a return. I don't know if we can recombine, find something, you know, defining that can bring everybody back together anymore, which spells disaster. It really does, and it's sad. You know, it's like, what was it the other day? Joe Biden took away Title IV, protecting women's scholarships and women's sports. Yeah, that horrible piece of crap did that. Now men can go for women's scholarships in both academic and in sports. So, what's the purpose of having separate sports leagues? Me growing up, we had powder puff football, we had powder puff racing for race cars, and powder puff everything. Yeah, just so the women and the girls could have their own league where they could compete with each other, because everybody with an ounce of common sense knows that, for the most part, and this doesn't account for everybody, I will say that, men in general are stronger than women. Now, that said, I know that there are women that could kick my ass. I'm 6'2". I am far too fat to say how much I weigh. Not just kidding. I weigh 285, 290. Still too fat. And I know women out there just in my neighborhood that could kick my ass. All right. So I'm not saying it's all women, but competing in a men's sport and men competing in a women's sport, it's something that shouldn't happen. They should be women. I guess I'm too old school. Women and children should be protected. All right. Equality, there's a lot of people out there say women deserve equality just as much, to be just the same as men. And the problem is that's factually inaccurate and can never happen. Completely anyway. Within rights, yes, definitely. Even in pay. Yeah, definitely. Exactly, Squid. But if strong women have to work for it, if you take a man and a woman who don't work out, the man will win. Exactly. I mean, husband and wives screw around all the time. Okay. And back in the day, my wife was, you know, she and I stayed pretty fit, and we weren't like exercising every day, but you know, we were younger, had everything. So, oh yeah, I get what you're saying completely. It, you know, I don't know. I've come to that mindset that our where do we go from here as a world, as a nation, though? Because there are so many stupidity. What we have lacked in the last decade or so is common sense. And that's one of the things. I mean, regardless of whether you like the man or hate him, I can say that Donald Trump actually tried to bring back some sort of prevalence of common sense into the White House, because it was like, you're not paying your fair share, write us a check. You're not paying your fair share, raise the taxes. Talking about China. And what was it? The Fed and the Biden administration came out a week or so ago, and said something of the sort of, we need to find a way to normalize trade between us and China, and things aren't working, and you know, uh, raise import taxes, dumbass. China will start playing a little bit more fair if you raise import taxes, and we'll have more money in the bank. It's common sense, you know. Or the Green Energy Initiative. Every single state in the United States was at the energy summit that they held a few years back. Yeah, literally, literally, Wolf. But the energy summit that they had here in the United States, you know, they sent representatives from their energy departments to Washington D.C. to discuss Biden's green energy initiatives. And in that, they're all like, "We cannot do EVs. We don't have the power for it." What does the Biden administration do? Oh, no, no, no. We need more EVs. So they do huge tax breaks and shit over in California and a few other states. And what happens the next summer? Turn your air conditioners off or you can't charge your car. Oh, if you're going to turn your air conditioners off anyway because we don't have the power to sustain it. Come on. Common sense doesn't exist. It simply doesn't exist anymore. It's all political maneuvering and to write checks that we can't cash and we can't pay back. I mean, look what happened just yesterday. You know, Congress betrayed the American people, voted on, was it $61 billion for Ukraine, $8 billion for Israel, and it's like $6 or $7 billion for somebody else that I haven't. I'm like, why? Why are we giving money out when we can't take care of our own? Why are we putting ourselves $1 trillion in debt when we can't take care of our own and we can't even pay back our own loans? How come the other nations of the world aren't funding this idiotic Ukraine war? Ironically enough, it was stated that, yo, okay, Marshall, what's going on? Good morning. You overslept. Well, that's okay. You're here when you need to be. But yeah, yeah, government doesn't give a fuck. Exactly. Well, they don't, and they never have. But what can we do as a people to actually correct these problems? Because, and I am, whoa, my automated lights just turned on. That is super bright. Ziggy, office light to 5%. Thank you. Good morning, Spirit. Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, we're just, I'm just sitting here going, what can we do to correct this? Because I hate to say it. I mean, and I do not call for it, mind you. This is not me saying that we need to do this, but I think civil war will end up being inevitable, and I don't know when. It may not even be in my lifetime. The American public may end up putting up with this crap for the next generation or two. Or there may be a political solution. I don't know. I know term limits is something we got to do. Oh, look, the plant lights just turned on. I know that we need to put tighter reins on Congress, get rid of lobbying. Well, yeah, we're definitely too divided. We're always too divided. I mean, I've had that discussion numerous times, and I don't know where do we go. I mean, how do we create peace in our own country? You know, just as a little bit of recap, I'm just going to let you guys know I don't care what color you are, what gender or sex you think you are. Doesn't matter to me. Don't care. You know why I don't care? Because it's this amount of your personality, this amount of your character that should count for. I'm looking at the whole of the person. It's the reason I can get along with just about everybody. Even people I don't agree with, I can get along with. Now, there's a few currently that I just don't want to talk to, but well, that's the problem. Is we're trying to make sure everybody. They're trying to make sure, not we're. They are. Excuse me. Ow! You gotta read this. Back is killing me. They're trying to make sure that we can get along with that we don't get along with anybody, and everybody's miserable. Well, that's the thing is we have the internet. We can stop that. I don't understand why people don't fight back, at least digitally. Create the largest peace campaign that the world has ever seen. Because there is one thing everybody can get on board with, and that's just they want to be happy. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people I don't like and I don't get along with, but I will I will be civil to. I mean, just look what's gone on with this whole what the hell situation. I mean, I'm not a fanboy by any means, but I am a supporter of Jeremy and George because I kind of know what they're going through. But, and I'm not saying Jeremy's a saint. Lord, no, he's not. He's a really good guy, but he's also a man, and he does make a few mistakes. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. But the vitriol and the hatred from some of these folks is absolutely beyond measure. Oh yeah, there are people that thrive off of being miserable, and they like throwing that misery on others, and I don't know why. I just don't know why. By the way, guys, came in the mail the other day, and see that's the thing is you don't need to be a fan, but the situation that they've been put in, the legal situation, that's what I empathize with. You know, nobody should have to deal with that. And I'm not saying that Jeremy hasn't instigated a few things because it's obvious. I mean, it is obvious. And to a certain extent, there are some of the haters out there that might be right on a few points. But in the larger scheme of things, I think he's a good guy. He's made a few mistakes like everybody else, just like all the rest of us. He's human. Gets into the moment, does and says stupid crap. But we also don't know his motivations behind everything, just like we don't know John and Lynette's motivations. We don't know Laura Owens' motivations from the Tonsil Twins case, besides the fact that she's psycho. I blame all of you for bringing me into LawTube. I've gotten so invested in that nonsense. I used to hate watching that stuff. Now I love it. Da, 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 da. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, and that's the reason I don't grift off of it. I mean, I'll talk about certain things once in a while, but I don't grift off of it. I won't play their videos because I get enough of that from everybody else. I mean, yeah, I could probably jump from what, 65, 68, 64 subscribers to thousands if I wanted to, just by grifting off of that. And I don't want to do that. I want to build my channel on my own merits. You know, there are so many other things in the world that go around that need to be covered. You know, it's I don't I don't like drama for the most part. I'm a factual and scientific type guy, so that's all right. You don't need to know. Yeah, literally everybody is covering the same content, and it gets old when you watch it 4 or 5 times, the same exact stuff, and it's the exact same commentary just from different people. You know, see what I liked about Jeremy and George's content was the stuff before Otter Creek. I liked to a certain extent the coin pusher stuff, but the storage units. God, I love watching people win big over storage units. It doesn't matter if it's I follow 3 or 4 different storage unit buyers. You just want your teams to move out and be productive humans. Good luck. I'm not saying they won't be productive humans, but moving out, that's going to be a difficult one, especially in this day and age when nobody can afford to even purchase a bathroom, much less an apartment. Yeah, I'm 47, so I'm not that old. I don't care about any of the drama. Exactly. That trial had so many different perspectives. It was interesting. Yeah, I mean, you could have the general public, side of it, what the opinion side, the court of public opinion. That's what I was trying to say. Then you have the professionals, and that went. Oh, yeah, you went through a lot of shitty roommates in your young adult. Yeah, so did I. Yeah, I had some pretty shitty roommates. I I had one roommate who was my best friend, who was the shittiest roommate I've ever had. We were just out of high school and we got an apartment together for a couple of months. This literally lasted a couple of months. And from day one, he refused to cook, clean or do anything in the apartment other than lay in bed and smoke weed. I am not kidding you. And 3 months of him doing that and paying no rent, I booted his ass out, and I haven't seen him since. Yeah, well, certain friends. I mean, I had, and this will actually kind of sound strange, but growing up, I had a lot of friends that were female, and one of my best friends shared a studio apartment with. Yes, a studio apartment, because we were both dead ass broke. She was trying to get a CNA degree, through the whole program you can go through when you're in high school. And I moved out of my house at 16, and my mom signed the lease for me, and she moved in to help pay the bills, so we could both have a little bit extra spending money. And she was a great roommate, but then she got a boyfriend, and he didn't like her living with me, so he moved her out. So that was a you know, great thing. You moved out at 17? Yeah, I couldn't stand home life. I needed to be a free bird. Free bird. With a lot of those relationships, yeah, it's like, look, I never lend my friends money ever. I'll just give them money if I have it, because they'll go, "I'll pay you back," and I'm like, "No, you won't. I don't want it back. You're a friend. Because if you make a promise to pay me back, I'll never see a dime." And to this day, that's been my policy. Friends and family, don't ever loan money to. Just give it to them. Yes, and quit. I don't know if I ever told you this, but thank you for your service. I am a huge supporter of our military and our veterans. As a matter of fact, my best friend in real life here is the veterans advocate for the county next door to us, and I have gotten to be a listener for the last decade, and it's been very interesting. I enjoy the hell out of that, actually, helping others. And I may not look like it. I mean, I may look like I am the meanest son of a bitch on the planet, and frankly, I used to be. Not to my family, not to my friends, but to anybody else. I was always very standoffish because I never worked in the public eye. I was always in a server room, and not to go into sad stories, but when my daughter passed away, I decided, you know what, I actually needed to be a happier person, and it's taken me 2 years. So I'm here though, and I'm happier. You never know what to say when people thank me. You know what? You deserve college and more, regardless of whether you were deployed, regardless of whether you went on any sort of missions. Just going through that process makes me want to thank you, because there was that chance. Yeah, pretty much. We hated everybody. Yeah, anybody that is a veteran or active duty, just state it right now. Thank you so much, because it is a commitment. Regardless of whether you're doing it for alternative means, to pay for school or whatever. There you go. See, that's good enough for me. Um, After 9/11 hit, now, mind you, my best friend, where I live here, he is a Desert Storm veteran. And but we have a lot of friends that have children that um, went after 9/11, and over the past decades, I have known so many young people that lost their lives fighting a battle that should have never been fought, but they did it because they were ordered to do it, and two, it was something that was in their hearts that they were protecting the U.S. And there's no greater sacrifice to me than just signing that paperwork saying you're going to become part of the U.S. military. So whether you go over there and you give your life for it or just give your time, it's the same to me. It's the most important commitment ever. And for me personally, I never got the opportunity due to my physical ailments. So, ironically, I applied for every branch of the U.S. military, including the Coast Guard, and got rejected. And it was at that time I learned that the Coast Guard is actually harder to get into than the Marines or the SEALs. God, no. Hey, T. Underwood, what's going on? Our veterans are not respected or taken care of the way they should be. They've never have been. They were better, a little bit better under the Trump administration, especially with the change to the VA. But the changes to the VA didn't stick, which pisses me off. None of it ever sticks. Every politician comes up and goes, I'm going to change this, I'm going to do this. It'll change for a little bit and then goes right back to the way it was. Some of the changes stuck, some of them. I'm not saying all of them, some of them. But it's upsetting to me that it should be across the board that there should be no veteran in this country, none, period, that should ever be without housing. That is a given to me. Yeah, the Mission Act did. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the ones that stuck. None of our veterans should ever have to go without mental health counseling. I know so many of them that are struggling right now because they can't get an appointment. That drives me insane. And if I wasn't such an asshole, no, just kidding. Um, but I'm a really good listener, but I'll also freely admit that I interject my opinions too much to actually be a counselor. That happens with all the new presidents. It's been the first couple of years undoing everything. Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, look at what Biden did. You know, we lost what 40,000 jobs the first 2 days of his office. I'm too old for YouTube to tell me what to do. If they don't like it, I'll go to Rumble. But you know, it really makes me wonder what's going to happen between now and November, though. Yeah, you're starting therapy in May. I well, so ironically, I do 3D printing as a side gig, and I manufacture parts. engineered parts, stuff like that. My sons are the artistic ones. I've got one son that I got him a drawing pad, and he's making like Dungeon and Dragon minis and stuff like that. And we'll be printing those off and putting them up on the Etsy store that we have for sale. And my other one is like a design engineer. He wants to be a design engineer for like Lego or something because he can build the most amazing things out of Legos. It just blows my mind. You know, I am probably the least creative person in my household. I used to be. I used to be really good at drawing. Used to be able to do tattoo. For something hit over the years, and now I get this like mental block. I can't even write anymore. I used to write books. Well, not books. I used to write fan fiction. I'll be honest about it. You know, I used to be very creative, and now I'm just like, nope, ain't happening. Not going there. But you give me a part to engineer, man, I can engineer the shit out of it. No veteran should ever have to pay for any medical, ever, period. No matter what it is. I don't care if it's brain surgery. I don't care if it's a brain replacement. Nada. And frankly, if we can grow ground beef, we can grow human limbs too. So let's get people the limbs they need. You guys know we have that technology. It's just not approved. Do, 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 do. You know what? Oh, yeah. We were. See, this is how scatterbrained and off track I've gotten this morning. Let's make another coloring book page. We made one for Shizzy. Who should we make a coloring book page for next? That is absolutely awesome, Spirit. Oh, yeah, definitely. My wife and I are actually going to be getting some tattoos made for uh, in memory of our daughter. So I'm trying to hook up with a friend of mine who can do the drawing on that for us. But Spirit, the 3D printing of special needs toys, you know what? That is awesome. Megan, we want to do tug. Oh, I don't know if I can do tug because, well, we can try. Here, get this open here. Let's see. Let's oh, let's create a page for a guy with an umbrella for a face wearing said hoodie. Hanging on a hat rack. See what AI comes up with. We had thought about the drawing, and no, I don't have anything that she has drawn. My daughter was never a big drawer, to be honest. My daughter was an animal lover, so she spent most. Okay, that's really close. We do have a copy of her footprints. We had thought about that too. Um, here, let's see. Let me show you. Actually, if I can get an art, what is it called? A realism artist, a realism tattoo artist. Oh God, this is gonna hurt my eyes. Yep, that does. Let me bring this up here. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Let's share screen. And share screen. Share window. That, guys, is my daughter. So, oh, there we go. Tug is naked. That's my daughter. And so my idea for her tattoo for on me was I was going to have her put on my shoulder in just this artistic type print this is, because we had this picture made for her. Oh, she was beautiful. But trying to find the other additions that I want to put on the tattoo, that's something that I haven't figured out yet. So, and every single day it keeps getting a little bit easier to talk about it. Thank you so much. Yeah. One of these days we'll create a. God dang, this light hurts my eyes. Am I using Canva? No. This is Chat GPT's coloring book hero. There we go. So put the umbrella. Well, I don't know if I can get it to do this. Nope. I would probably have to go in and find either the right keywords to use on this, or I don't know. I'm not sure how we would go about creating tug on this one, because it doesn't like placing objects on people. So let's see. Let's see. Hanging in the closet. Well, I mean, has Tug come out of the closet yet? Let's create. Oh my God, I am having such a hard time. I'm gonna have to deal with the yellow lenses. I can't see anything. These help a bit, my yellow lenses, but when the lights are so bright, it don't. You're just hanging around. Well, let's do one for Megan real quick. That one's going to be easy. Let's create a page for a lady sitting at a lady reporter sitting at a news desk. start off there and see where we can come from that. We're going to need to give her really, really thick, long hair. Or else Megan will yell at everybody. I don't know. That's actually pretty decent. Curly hair. Yep, yep, yep. Give her long, curly hair. And a brush as a microphone. And big round glasses. And sadly, there's a lot of things we can't do with this particular GPT because it's supposed to be meant for coloring books for kids. So we can't give her the Megan boobage. Oh my God. What do y'all think? I should have said hairbrush, not brush. But I don't want to change it because that's like perfect. So we're going to download that and we're going to just go share that right now on Twitter. Did you guys see the whole thing Elon put up the other day? Yeah, see, it's I forgot to put hairbrush. I just put brush, but it's such a perfect thing. I don't want to change it. Hashtag super hair. There we go. Posted. So now we can like, you know, when you get a message you're tagged in something. Well, she'll see it, and then everybody will share it out. So, all right. Attempt number 2 at Tug. Let's create a page for the umbrella guy wearing a hoodie and the top of the umbrella inside the hoodie. Let's see what we got. Umbrella. I can't type. I'm an idiot. I mean, what else would you expect from a recent college graduate? No. No, 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 no. Put the umbrella in front of his face. Yeah, Canva's a pretty decent platform as well. This is the paid version of ChatGPT, so I got access to just about everything. What in the world? It just will not do it. Here's the updated coloring book page with the umbrella guy where the umbrella is positioned directly in front of his face. No, it's not. AI, you're stupid. I mean, really, really, really stupid. Guys, if anybody wants to get on and bullshit, just let me know and I will throw you a link. Try making a pickle with a face. Make a pickle with a face. On a stick. We'll try that one here in just a second. Underwood tea. Give me just a moment. Come on. It looks like an ice cream bar. Oh my God. It looks like an ice cream bar. Oh. Oh, that's such a bad pickle. All right, let's go back up to this last prompt here. We're going to copy this one, cancel, come down here to make a new prompt. Let's create a page for the umbrella guy wearing a hoodie and the top of the all right, covering and with a umbrella guy wearing a hoodie with an umbrella covering his face. Do dee do 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 dee do. An umbrella wearing a hood. Oh, that's an actual. Let's try that one. Make a page with an umbrella wearing a hoodie. Oh, I don't think we can get this one done. I just don't think it can be. I don't think it can happen. Chat, give me just a minute here. I will be right back. I need to grab some more coffee, and I don't have an intern video. So I'm going to play, let's see, I'm going to play. You guys can listen to my intro video. That's what you can do. Yeah, it's not cooperating. So give me just a moment. Video storage. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is.
Go! Step aside, clear the path. Captain Kern's on the scene. Spitting truth and knowledge, making the world clean. Shittage vibes, no nonsense in my flow. Breaking barriers, watches us steal the show. From humble roots, straight from the farm, I rise and I team. I rear the hunger for the skies. Future's my playground, forging friendships anew, creating
All right. So yeah, that's my little 5 minute intro for the when the stream starts. I just got done with that, and I'm not happy with it either. The problem is I got rid of like 90% of my gaming content um, like a year ago to save drive space. So like all of my professional PUBG playing, my Counter Strike, stuff, it's all gone. I just don't have it. But you know what? It's all right. It's all right. Now let's go back to that and um, turn that off. There we go. Well, I do appreciate the confidence you have in me, T. Underwood. I do appreciate that. So here I'll give you guys a little bit of my background. All right. So over on my Twitch channel, okay, back in the day when I was playing games and streaming professionally, I streamed full time for a while, even while I had my business, and I got pretty good. I got pretty good, and I was in the top 0.1% of all of Twitch and that's really difficult to do considering they have 25 million streamers, and when you're in the top 9,000. Now, mind you, if you look through all the Twitch pages, you're only going to see like 15 to 20,000 people to begin with, but that's 15 to 20,000 people during that time anyhow that had anything over 10 subscribers or 10 active viewers at a time. And I had gotten to the point where I was at 100, 200 viewers. And I was actually able to make a fairly good amount of money off of it. And then the tragedy with my daughter had happened, and I stopped streaming. And I went from thousands of followers to I think it's like 795 or 800, whatever it's over on there. Oh man, my nose itches. And I've never been able to get that back up. That's the reason I kind of left Twitch to begin with. And I went over to YouTube, and I've spent a lot of time researching the YouTube algorithm and just getting things prepared so that I could make a good showing. And because I, one thing I didn't like is I was always having to plan out streams. And I can't do that. It just drives me insane. I like doing things off the cuff. Now, there will be times when I plan out, these are the stories I want to talk about. But for the most part, I want directional contact with people. Um, you know, and I never want to get to that point where I can't actually talk to people. When you're talking about big channels that get 15, 16,000 people in a live, there's going to be an alternate way to talk to chat, similar to what Linus Tech Tip does, right? He doesn't actually read the YouTube chat ever or Twitch chat. They have their own internal chat. It's called Flowplane. And they read things out of that for comments because, one, it's a lot slower and, well, it is monetized, yes, but it puts it in a more orderly fashion. And if I ever get to that large, that's the way I want to do things. Because even at 100, 200 viewers, it becomes a little bit of a nightmare. We see that all the time with, Vices and The Expert and Megan and everybody else. It's just too hard to read. So I was actually thinking about doing something like that in Discord with a separate Discord channel, specifically for subs, and then another one for members that I can switch back and forth between two once I can get to the monetization part. Something of that sort. You know what I guys mean? I just want it to be to where I can still communicate with you guys. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. I just don't like doing that. But we are coming up on the 2 hour thing here, and I do have a few things I have to get done today before I stream again, because I do plan on streaming again today. I'm just not sure when yet. That's going to be the question. So, is there anybody on that we can do a redirect to? Let's go take a look. Well, Mo won't be on for another couple hours. It's only 7 a.m. You guys got any suggestions for me? I would stream a little bit longer, but this morning I got some things I got to get done. We have some new chickens I got to get outside, so because they're starting to stink up the house. Bum 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 ba bum bum. I'll keep working on this this Tug coloring book because I want to get one done. That way I can post it up to Tug. We got okay. We bought a 6 pack and we actually ended up getting 7. And they're now old enough that they can go out into their own pen before they actually get put into the chicken coop. So they are full size pullets now, and they stink badly. It's probably copyrighted, but if as long as it's not exactly the same, I'm not sure it would matter. Besides, I'm not using it to make money because one, this channel's not monetized, and two, it's not meant for any uh, nefarious type thing. Nice, nice. We have 5 in the chicken coop already, and they're getting a little bit older, so they stop laying as much. So time for a fresh batch. And we are limited where we live of how many we can have in the backyard. So the the current stock of girls will be and nobody please take this the wrong way, but I don't waste anything. They'll become dinner eventually. Probably not for another year or two though. I don't see anybody that is live right now. That is horrible. Let me see here. Oh, Aussie's on. Yeah, some of our girls are getting up there in that age. So, and she, the 4 out of the 5 lay maybe twice a week during the summer. One of them just never lays anything. Let's see if we can get a redirect set up for Aussie. See, I'm jealous of that. Every 26 hours, we used to get like bucket loads of eggs out of ours, and they just stopped laying. Like, oh God, they're just getting old. Customization. Okay. Channel dashboard. Controls. Content. Live. Customization. Damn it, I can't do redirects. I keep forgetting I'm not monetized. Oh, all right, whatever. So, well, yeah, that's part of what we do is we give out, eggs to the needy families around us because food's expensive. It has been for a couple of years, and it's just gotten worse this last year. So, um, now when our birds get too old, we generally humanely dis- dispose of them into a crock pot. And I mean that in the most genuine terms because we don't waste anything. It's like when I used to go deer hunting, we would not waste anything of the animal, you know. That's just the way I was raised is you don't waste anything, you know. Hide get used, the bones get used, the antlers get used, everything gets used in one method or another. So, I want to thank you guys for being here with me. And like I said, I'll be back a little bit later. I got some stuff to do. And I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's delicate feelings or anything like that with the whole chicken thing, but it is it's the cycle of life. I don't, you know, there is no use when a game animal, or I should say, a food source like that gets to the age where it needs to go away. So there's no use in wasting it, and nothing is done evilly. So exactly, Squid. Exactly. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys, and do me a favor, like and share the videos. You know, got some good music out. I mean, fun with that AI stuff. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Peace out. Have a great Sunday.